Are you ready? That came quick. Good evening, everyone. At this time, I'll call to order the regularly scheduled board meeting for the Village of Midlothian on Wednesday, October 11th, 2023 at 7 p.m. Roll call, please. Clerk Moskowitz.
Trustee Burbett. Here. Trustee Cavaney. Trustee Crowley.
Here.
Trustee Hilly.
Here.
Trustee Johnson.
Here.
Trustee Killily.
Here.
Mayor LaRue.
Here.
You have a quorum.
Thank you, sir. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for a moment of silence for our fallen veterans. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Before we move on with the meeting, we have some special presentations to be given out today. Chief Hotwagner would like to take over. You want to come all the way up front? Yeah, please. This is a pretty big deal.
Man, I can't see.
Sorry. Young man first.
In a minute, On September 7, 2023, we had a structure fire where the neighboring resident, upon hearing the sound of shattering glass, glanced out his window to witness flames emerging from the neighbor's house. He quickly dialed 911 to report the fire and then woke his family up. He then carried his garden hose over to the neighbor's house and directed water onto the flames from the outside. Due to the neighbor's courageous intervention, the fire was contained from the outside, which reduced the further spread of fire and preserved the victim's life. He also tried to gain entry to the neighbor's home through the rear entrance, but was confronted by excessive smoke and heat. His heroic actions enabled our initial crew to make a quick life-saving rescue operation. This time I'd like to call up Owen Ostott. Midlothian Fire Department takes pleasure in presenting the Certificate of Life Saving to Owen Ostott. This certificate is awarded to Owen in recognition of his extraordinary act of bravery and selflessness. In the face of danger, Owen demonstrated quick thinking and resourcefulness by using a hose to contain a fire at a neighbor's house. His courageous actions saved the neighbor's life and prevented further fire spread. Because of that, firefighters were able to make entry and make a rescue. Owen's unwavering commitment to the safety and well-being of others serves as a shining example of heroism. We extend our deepest appreciation for his remarkable bravery and selflessness. May the certificate stand as a testament to his heroic spirit and inspire others to follow in his footsteps. I'd like to call up the firefighters who did the actual life-saving rescue. Engineer Martin Rita, who was able to make it tonight, firefighter paramedic Michael O'Keefe, and firefighter paramedic Jeff Hammerman. The Midlothian Fire Department Rescue Life Saving Award is presented to firefighter O'Keefe and firefighter Hammerlin and engineer paramedic Martin Rita. Presented in recognition of your successful life-saving actions on September 7, 2023, wherein you rescued a victim that had become trapped in a residential structure fire. The exceptional actions taken by you directly contributed to the saving life and preventing further injuries to the victim. I express our heartfelt gratitude and admiration for your exceptional bravery and dedication to the residents of Midlothian on a job well done.
One more.
Sorry. All right, this time I'd like to call Lieutenant Blima and firefighter paramedic Richard Moore. The rest of the shift, this is the entire shift. I have a unit citation I'd like to give them. Our department spends extensive time training and preparing for incidents like we encountered on September 7th. It's important to note that in many circumstances across the country, the results are significantly less favorable. Without the rapid response and efforts of Owen, our engine and ambulance crew, as well as the assistance from our auto departments, this incident could easily have turned into a recovery mission instead of a successful rescue operation. The Midlothian Fire Department Unit Citation Award presented to Lieutenant Richard Blima, Engineer Martin Rita, Firefighter Paramedic Richard Moore, Firefighter Paramedic Michael Keefe, and Firefighter Paramedic Jeffrey Hamlin. On September 7, 2023, Engine Company 2753 and Ambulance 2732 responded to the report of a structure fire with a person trapped inside. Upon arrival, the crew was met with heavy smoke throughout the building. The crew made an aggressive interior attack and performed search and rescue. Members of the crew located the victim, trapped in a bathroom, and made a successful rescue. The victim was treated on the scene and transported to a nearby hospital with smoke inhalation. The crew's action during this incident exemplifies the highest traditions of the Midlothian Fire Department and their willingness to serve the residents of Midlothian.
Well done, all of you. We're so very proud of you. Owen, Midlothian thanks you. You're very proud of you. Good resident, good neighbor. Thank you.
Hey, Mayor, I did try to recruit Owen too.
Please do.
I think you put an application in for the police department, I'm just saying.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, one more thing before we move on with the bulk of the meeting. I have the pleasure of having the Honorable Mr. File here to give the board some updates on 15207 Lawndale Avenue. Mr. File?
Before I start, I wanted to just make a little note to thank the Public Works Department today. We've had a tree that's located on the Parkway at 147th Street, just east of our parking lot, that has been hollowed out for quite a long time, and was brought to the attention of the Public Works. They spent 7.5 hours today cutting down this massive tree to find out that about 12 feet of it was completely hollowed out from carpenter ants. It was a hazard that could have been a big issue for if the tree would have fallen along 147th Street, hit a passing car. So thanks to the Public Works Department for taking care of that for us today. We appreciate it. I also appreciate the opportunity for Hearthside to represent the Village of Midlothian for the property in Jolly Homes. It's been empty and vacant for quite a few years and falling apart. We did put it on the market at a suggested asking price of $109.9. I have submitted to you a quick spreadsheet of the 9 offers that were made on it, ranging from $80,100 to $141,500. If you look at the spreadsheet, I've basically took out the red marked ones are the ones that aren't worth contesting. The yellow ones, they're good, but not as well as the green ones that are there. All of them are pretty much equal. We made this so that you wouldn't know who made the offer, what real estate company made the offer, so it's unbiased in any which way. That way you have no possibility of favoritism towards one over the other. It's very simply marked the price that they offered. These were in the order they came in. They're not like my suggestions. This is the order they came in. So the first one at $125 cash. Every single one of the 9 offers are cash. They showed all the proof of funds on all of them. You'll see the earnest money deposits ranging from $500 offers up to $5,000. No credits involved. The down payment, there is no down payment. It's 100% all the way along. The potential closing date that they're ready to move, as long as we were able to get everything through Attorney Valdez, we needed with the title work and everything else. None of them are asking for a warranty. None of them are asking for a termite. The majority of them did already sign off on the disclosures. All of them have marked it as is. There's no lenders. And then the bottom line is based on the expenses that are involved. And what I mean by that is if there is any title costs, property taxes, everything else for it from their commission structure. So you're seeing on the low end of $72,475 with the highest bid at $130,805 is an approximate net. So I'll keep all the actual, there will be no more bidding at this point, as we've discussed. And once you meet next Wednesday, we can let the winning bid know. Does anyone have any questions for me?
Any recommendations on your part? I'm assuming that the board will be looking at the 3 green lines.
The 3 green are the ones that I recommend because they are all the strongest. They all did provide me with their proof of funds. Ironically, the one with the highest bid still hasn't signed the disclosures, but that's just a matter of processing to get through it from there. So from something that we thought was a tear down to possibly netting the village $130,000 is not a bad switch.
Any questions from the board? Then we will put it on the agenda, put it under my business since Trustee Cavey won't be here. I will send an email to the board, letting them know. I guess I can just say it now, right? I don't have to.
Yeah, the board certainly has the right to make that discussion in closed session, but there's no obligation to do it. If the board wants to be open and transparent in terms of its analysis, it could have that discussion right now for once.
Obviously, my recommendation would be offer number 5, so anyone have any issues with that?
I agree.
Is it on tonight for approval too?
It is, but I wanted to give you some, if you guys don't want time to think about it.
I'm ready.
I don't need it.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I thought about it, number 5.
Number 5.
Trustee?
I'm fine with it.
It would have to be unanimous.
Out the 5 here.
Correct. And the mayor vote. Okay.
I should go ahead and say the actual numbers, right? Yeah. So I'm looking for a motion to approve the offer from number 5. Price was $141,500. It's cash offer. They're giving a $5,000 earnest money, 100% down, and bottom line at closing, the village would receive $130,805.
I'll second.
I'll make the motion.
Did you make the motion or you're looking?
I'm
for it?
asking for a motion.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Any other discussion? Roll call, please, Clerk Moss.
Trustee Crowley.
Aye.
Trustee Hilly.
Aye.
Trustee Burback.
Aye.
Trustee Johnson.
Aye.
Trustee Killily.
Aye.
Mayor LaRue.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Wow. So, since we're thanking people, Mr. File, thank you so much for representing the village. It was quick.
My pleasure. Thank you very much for the honor. I'll contact you tomorrow for signatures and get everything to you, Mr. Valdez, and we'll go from there.
Perfect.
Thank you kindly.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lynn.
Great,
Good rest of your
thanks.
night. Now, we will move on to the rest of the meeting. At this time, I'll open the floor to public comment. Is there any public comment tonight? Uh-oh.
On Walter Hagen, our camper trailer got put back into place, so it needs to be addressed, I would say, at any time.
Address?
Whoever takes care of it.
You got the address?
You won't miss, no, I do not.
Okay.
It's on Walter Hagen.
I have it.
You won't miss it.
I have it.
Thank you, sir. Nothing? Okay. Ma'am in the back, you have anything public comment tonight?
You guys are doing a great job.
It's the best one yet. Thank you. All right, seeing there's no further public comment, I will close the floor to public comment, move on to tonight's consent agenda. On tonight's consent agenda, number 1, approval of the ordinance 2132, an ordinance of the Village of Midlothian, Cook County, Illinois, vacating and transferring a portion of 146th Street and alleyway between Harding Avenue and Springfield Avenue within the Village of Midlothian for the Springfield School project. Number 2, approval of the subrecipient agreement with Cook County for $300,000 in ARPA funds for the Belly Button Hills Design Engineering for Flood Mitigation Project. Number 3, approval of the employee retiree insurance renewal. Number 4, approval of September 6, 2023 committee meeting minutes. Number 5, approval of the September 6, 2023 closed session meeting minutes. Number 6, approval of the September 13th, 2023 board meeting minutes. Number 7, approval of the September 13th, 2023 closed session meeting minutes. Number 8, approval of the September 20th, 2023 committee meeting minutes. Number 9, approval of September 20th, 2023 closed session meeting minutes. Number 10, approval of the September 27th, 2023 board meeting minutes. And number 11, approval of the September 27th, 2023 closed session meeting minutes. And number 12, approval of the list of bills, any item any trustee would like off of tonight's consent agenda. Hearing no dissension, I'm looking for a motion to approve tonight's consent agenda as read.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please, Clerk Moskowitz.
Trustee Crowley.
Aye.
Trustee Johnson.
Aye.
Trustee Burbett.
Aye.
Trustee Hilly.
Aye.
Trustee Killily.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, sir. Moving on to trustee business, trustee Johnson.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a couple things is the events committee met yesterday, and we are very grateful that we were able to participate in the trunk or treat. There was over 400 kids, and the village was happy to support the Park District's effort. Our next event is supporting Trustee Caveney's Scarecrow contest. We're going to help with whatever she needs in terms of judging and things like that, and that's the end of the month. So we're happy to support the town in any way we can in being involved in these small events. And that's all I have.
Thank you, ma'am. Trustee Burbett.
Nothing tonight, Mayor?
Thank you, sir. Trustee Hilly.
Nothing tonight, sir.
Thank you, sir. Trustee Killily.
Nothing tonight, Mayor.
Thank you, sir. Trustee Crowley.
Only one thing tonight, sir. A couple weeks ago, I had brought to the board the discussion of training, a training item, and also the repair of one of our tough books for our squads. Unfortunately, I did not realize, well, I did realize, but I thought it would go on a consent agenda, and then I realized the next week wasn't a consent agenda, and I never put it on my approval for, or on my agenda for approval, so next week I will be adding those two items, if I remember, to approve them. So I apologize for that, that was totally my mistake. The repair to the tough book and training for defensive tactics.
You have the firewall on your agenda.
Oh, I forgot. See? This is what happens when I do things out of order.
Thanks, Chief.
Didn't I send an email about that too?
Yes.
I did send an email, right? I sent an email last week about the need for an emergency purchase of a firewall. We did make that purchase, and I would like to make a motion to approve it after the fact in the amount of, hold on, let me just look because I forgot now. I know you'll find this hard to believe, but my computer wouldn't work. I would like to make a motion in the amount of
$2,170.67.
yeah, I won't pull up, sorry. What was it?
$2,170.67.
$2,170.60 for the emergency purchase.
67 cents.
67 cents.
67 cents.
I'll
for the
second.
purchase of-
I'll second.
It's still seriously not pulling anything up.
That's an accurate amount, correct?
Oh.
Okay.
Looks like you need a new firewall.
That's what happens. I'd like to make that motion.
I'll second.
Okay. Any discussion? Roll call, please, Clerk Moskowitz.
Trustee Crowley.
Aye.
Trustee Hilly.
Aye.
Trustee Burbett.
Aye.
Trustee Johnson.
Aye.
Trustee Killily.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank
Thank
you,
you, and
sir.
I apologize.
Is there anything else tonight, trustee?
I think that's all I need to say, sir.
Moving on to department heads. Chief Hotwigner.
Yes, sir. Just a reminder, we are in Park Prevention Week. for residents to check their smoke detectors. You should have 10-year battery smoke detectors. If you have the old ones, they should be replaced. Also check your CO detectors. And we will be doing a number of presentations at schools throughout the village and tours at the station during this week. That's all.
Thank you. And just to be clear, I think you brought this up before, even hardwired smoke detectors require a 10-year battery.
No.
No.
They require a battery, but it's a backup battery. So they still use 9-volt batteries in hardwired ones as a backup.
Okay.
But regular smoke detectors standalone have to be 10-year battery sealed. State law.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Chief Delaney.
Nothing this evening, sir.
Thank you, sir. Engineer Leda.
Thank you, Mayor. Just wanted to let the board and the residents know that we'll be starting up a street resurfacing project this week. Contractors should start pulling curb, and deconstruction should be informing any residents if driveways are going to be affected or anything like that. Residents should be getting flyers and from them. I checked the website earlier. We don't have a street list up just yet, but we'll probably get something like that posted relatively soon. And that's all I have tonight.
You'll be able to get that on the village's website so the residents can see it?
I think it makes sense.
All right, thank you.
Do you know how many blocks are going to be done?
How many blocks? It's about 2 miles.
Okay. 16.
Yes.
You want to read through that really thick book?
You can't.
That's what he's for now.
Deputy Clerk Harris,
I have nothing tonight, sir.
would you like to remind people of the trick-or-treating hours and the date?
They're from 3 to 7,
On?
What day?
Halloween. On October 31st.
So same as always,
Same as
3 to
always.
7.
Has not changed.
I assume police and fire will be out there. Maybe I'll go along with you. Okay, cross that off. Thank you, ma'am. Director Redmond.
No reports tonight, Mayor.
Thank you, ma'am. Attorney Valadez.
I am pleased to report that the village motion to dismiss in the case regarding Mitchell Watkins and Fair Towing, Inc. plaintiffs against the Village of Midlothian was granted. The case involved a defamation action brought against the village because of a debarment action related to sexual harassment. I think the results of this litigation, while it is not completed yet, with regard to the individual, with regard to Fair Towing, the case was dismissed with prejudice by the court. The individual may take leave to refile again. I think what should be very clear from this action is that any attempt to intimidate either the board, the mayor, the trustee in charge of the police department, or the police chief to stop any action in response to sexual harassment will not be successful. That's it.
Thank you, sir. I have nothing to report tonight. Clerk Moscow?
I have nothing as well, sir.
Thank you, sir. Then seeing there's no further business coming for the board, I'm looking for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Meeting adjourned. Thank you all.